Hi, this is Shadi. Today I have a beautiful story to share with you. It's about proper application of Katame-waza and saving lives, including that of the assailant or the intruder, because we never know who we are dealing with. And today it's such an amazing incident. It's all caught on camera, and you get to see someone trying to rationalize why they are taking bad decisions, and also because something happened to them in the past, that means they can get a free pass, or it's justifiable if they do something like this rather than taking accountability. And that's something that we also learn in martial arts. So before we do that, I'd like to thank all of you, especially those who got in early and bought a copy. I can't thank you enough. Please, for those who haven't already, feel free to check out the links below. So here you can see someone try to rob a store and swing and cause violence, and here a jiu-jitsu black belt caught them. And look at the way he's wrapping the arms, because a good control of the arms in Tate-shiho-gatame is a good control of the shoulders as well. And you can see, look, they're talking. He's telling him, hey, I didn't have it good either. I grew up without a father. I'm an immigrant, etc., etc. No excuses. And they're talking. So meaning the moment he lets him go, and they did arrest him, the moment they let him go, he's safe. He's unscathed. Nothing happened to him. And that's the ultimate goal. And I hope this experience will be a turning point for that person who tried to rob a store and inflict harm on others. And I hope that they can look back, and maybe it's that point where they actually realize that, hey, I should take control of my life. I get to decide what to do, not what happened to me, or we all have a sad story. I can speak for myself all day, but that's not what this channel is about. So growing up fatherless, I can understand why you have all these problems in the world, like drug use, crime rates, etc. Fathers are very important in this world, and there's a reason why it takes a mother and a father to make a healthy child. So here you can see these variations of Tate-shiho, and they all include a good control of the arms. Here, for example, they're wrapped in one part, head and arms together. It can be just one arm, because a good control of the arm is a good control of the shoulders, as you can see here. So wrapping it around the head while catching the wrist, like the jiu-jitsu black belt did, was a genius idea, because he can be posturing up, unlike here. It's to win a good game, obviously, but if you want to get up quickly, if you want to negotiate, etc., you have to saddle them almost. So that's why I prefer pins like Kuzure-kesa-gatame, or Tate-shiho is also good, but you have to be very mindful of how you control the arms and the shoulders, because if they bridge or try to do anything and you have no control of the arms, they can turn around, and then things escalate in a not so good way. We saw the cop that he had a good Tate-shiho and lost it, and then the situation just got worse, basically. But the way he wrapped the arms here, it's great. Again, we should able to control someone who doesn't know the game, quote unquote, and that's also very important. For example, now let's say a beginner comes to judo or to jiu-jitsu, they end up turtling, or they end up pulling their butt back and pushing their arms, and try to tell them, hey, the game is about being relaxed and moving, which is true, but self-defense wise, you're not gonna come up against someone who's gonna follow judo rules or jiu-jitsu rules. You have to find an answer. So someone who's especially big and they're bending over and pushing their arms away, it's probably gonna be hard to throw them in a judo-like manner, like a sports judo type. You have to find a way, maybe snap down, do whatever, but there should be a way for those who don't know absolutely nothing. And so that's why training also for real life situations is also very good. And it's not just a sport. My last video about Kano and his opposition to militarism, we should constantly remind ourselves that, it's not just a sport. We need to start reconciling the two, whether we're talking self-defense, whether we're talking about benefiting society, whether we're talking about also the sport aspect. Yes, we train, we see each other constantly, we have fun, it's all in good spirit, but we should never forget that it's not all about Shido and gripping and strategies and going back to your board, and also see it in how can this benefit my life and how can I benefit others, whatever it may be. So it's a very deep conversation that we should be having, not just with each other, but also people at the highest level when it comes to giving back and keeping a safe society. So props to this Bosnian man, and I got this from BJJEE's Instagram. Also, I believe Tom de Blas was tagged in the post, so I'm not entirely sure. So props to this young man, and I hope the assailant or the thug, call him whatever you want, I don't know the exact term, I hope that's a turning point for them and they get to possibly go into jiu-jitsu after this, because a lot of people that do decide to continue training is those that felt completely helpless and they want to learn that superpower. So me, of course, included, I realized that, hey, if this person can do this to me and I cannot do anything to them, that's probably, I don't want to be in a situation like this in life in general, not just physically, but everything else. So, and that's also where the Aikido philosophy comes in, of how you receive things, that also very important. And also, you just don't want to be helpless. Victim mentality, of course, digesting what happened to you as a child. Maybe you grew up fatherless, maybe whatever, you were attacked, whatever it may be. It's important to digest it. It's important to grow from it, because no one is gonna come and do the work for you. This is the unfortunate reality, and most importantly, take accountability. Don't be like that person, hey, this happened to me, so it's okay if I do this. This is the worst mentality. This will lead you down a very bad path in life. And luckily he was unharmed. Some maybe pull out a gun, try to do something. If it's a state like Texas, someone will pull out a gun and blow them away in self-defense. So I hope you found this story interesting, and feel free to check out the links below. This was Shadi, and thank you for listening.